important aspect in evaluating constitutional challenges is to go back and look at the historical context of how this particular right came to be. This week, the Ninth Circuit, in a case called Matthew Jones versus Rob Bonta, who happens to be the Attorney General of the state of California, decided in a 2-to-1 majority decision that the state of California could not deny 18 to 21-year-olds the right to have automatic weapons. Now, as someone who has had a number of teenagers and 18 to 21-year-olds in my household, I can tell you that there are a lot of 18 to 21-year-olds that are not particularly mature. But Judge Ryan Nelson, who wrote the opinion, pointed out that historically, going back 150 years before the American Revolutionary War, that 16-year-olds and teenagers were expected to have guns and to participate in militias for the common defense. And even before that 150 years, imported from Britain were obligations that people of the ages of 15, 16 and up had towards the common defense. Judge Ryan Nelson wrote, "America would not exist without the heroism of the young adults who fought and died in a revolutionary army. Today, we reaffirm that our Constitution still protects the right that enabled their sacrifice, the right of young adults to keep and bear arms." This decision is part of a family of decisions that go back to 1942 and the concept of old enough to fight, old enough to vote. Originally, when World War II started, the draft was at age 21. The problem was that there were just not enough troops. So on November 11th, 1942, Congress lowered the draft age to 18 and raised it to 37. Immediately, West Virginia Congressman Jennings Randolph introduced legislation again and again and again saying, we can't send these men out to war if they don't have a vote. And for years and years, the slogan, old enough to fight, old enough to vote, was a rallying cry. During the Vietnam War, as people were involuntarily drafted to serve in the jungles of South Vietnam and Southeast Asia, the cry became louder and louder. And finally, in 1971, in record time, the 26th Amendment lowered the voting age to 18. The recent decision is one that is a hot button item for a lot of people because of the ideals of gun control, but it's part of a broader old enough to fight, old enough to vote rights of people between 18 and 21 in other contexts, including voting.